A must-see spot in south of Portugal is Sagres, which is right here, this piece of land and fortress, which was once thought to be the end of the world because it's literally the last piece of land, strap of land of the country, and this is basically the ocean. Back then, apparently, they did not know. There is also another land not far away from here called Africa. But yeah, in their defense, you cannot see it. And you have to come here. You can visit a fortress behind me, which we'll do really soon. And if you don't have the time to visit, come at least for the views, for the cliff. It's free. And it's beautiful. Look at this watercolor. It's crystal blue, extremely clean beach. If you want to risk your life, you can walk all the way down there. Actually, it doesn't look that dangerous. And yeah, I was thinking about bringing my drone, but I left it the apartment because I was thinking it's gonna be super windy, which it is, because again, last piece of land on the continent. But right now I'm staring at somebody else's drone, has the same model of drone as I have, and it's flying quite steadily, so I think I'm jealous. I think we need to come back here and short. I don't know. I'm a bit jealous. And look at this place. I bet
wobbly.
It's a bit wobbly, you think?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna go ask the owner actually because I'm curious. Oh, I can see somebody in the water there doing some water sports. I think it's some sort of surfing. It's a surfboard.
I think it's like a very rare time when you actually don't have any waves.
Yeah, actually they're very.
90% of the time you have great waves because there are like 5-6 shops just on the way here on the street here. So
yeah, it looks
surf
like it's like a small city before you get here to the fortress, and basically all you can see are shops that sell surfboards, so probably it's one of those places. Oh look, they're doing some sort of wave riding. Not too much. I tried to land a drone in my hand. It was not even my drone, it was a stranger's drone.
You got yourself on the remote.
Yeah. and
oh yeah?
yeah.
Did you put your... Why did you do that?
He was trying to teach me how to land it on my
On
hand.
your hand.
And I said, I'm afraid. And he was like, no, there's no problem. And then he said fingers down in his defense. And
You got dirty.
yeah, no, I got here. I slit my...
I don't think I have a napkin.
The thing is that it's really painful to cut your finger.
Yeah.
Anyway, the good thing is that I saw a stranger with drone, and I asked him if it's too windy because I'm super afraid of flying a drone in such conditions. Apparently it's like good to fly it because otherwise, no, it's okay. Otherwise it would be you would get a warning, but he did not get any warnings or anything. And I said, oh my god, I left mine at home because I was thinking it's gonna be too windy, and he said, no, it's really good, it's really nice. Like he did a 360 and everything, and then he was trying to show me how to land it and how to get it off using your hand, from your hand like this. And obviously my pinky would not stay like this, it did like this, and now I have blood all over my hands. The lesson here is, do not use your hands near the drone, ever. It's really painful. So we made it to the entry of the fortress. This is 16th century fortification. This is a door on which it's an inscription that dates from 1793. It reads the name of Algarve's kingdom governor and captain general at the time, Don Nuno José Fulgerincho. I don't know, it's a very long name. And that's that. Let's go inside. So there's not much to see inside. I mean, there are some walls and I'm actually afraid to walk on them because after this accident there's no way of knowing what I'm capable of, and I do not want to injure myself any further today. But Eddie said it would be a great idea to walk on the walls. Anyway, what I'm more concerned about is the fact that I just saw a family with a dog, and the lady allowed the dog to drink from a mud puddle, which I find very concerning. Where is animal protection here in Portugal? That should not be happening.
You'll give him a rock for dessert.
I hope not. This is very bad, very bad. Is it safe to go there?
Yeah.
I'm afraid. I don't think it's for me. We
just have
clearly
to climb 2
established
steps.
that I'm not capable of doing anything that's dangerous. I'm a danger to me, myself, and environment. Oh, so it was clearly a fortification, a structure built for defending the territory. There are like cannons and all kinds of siege weaponry or whatever it's called. I don't know. They were afraid of vessels coming from Spain or maybe Morocco. I don't know who was attacking them, but they were obviously under attack because they built this thing and spent a lot of time and effort to build it. Like, it looks old, as I said, 15th century. There was a lot of fighting for this territory, although there's nothing growing on it. Maybe we're here because they wanted to do surf and they had like cool surf beaches. And you know, everybody went to the surf in the 15th century, so there was a huge fight for it. But I have to say, and spoil the surprise, the Portuguese won. They have all the best beaches.
Why is there more red on the flag than there is green?
Because there was more blood than there were trees on this land. I told you, there is a huge dispute on the beach situation. It was a huge surfing event in the mankind history, and here is everything where everything happened. So, you know.
Makes sense, yeah.
Look, this place even has a church built in 1570, demolished by an earthquake and then restored in 1755, and you can visit it. It's one of the few structures around. Great echo though. There are not a lot of panels around describing the flora or whatever is happening here, but apparently this piece of land or rock, as it looks like a rock, it's a very diverse and unique botanical piece of earth, because here you will find plants that are unique to this soil, and some exist only in this part of Algarve and some exist only here.
So we should rip them apart.
No,
and take
definitely
them
do
with
not.
us?
Do not. I would assume they're protected by law or something, or they should be. I think people don't give it the importance that they should. Like, this place is unique, looks amazing, has amazing views and flora and everything, and people are very. Oh, what is that? On the water? On the road, yeah. And people are very chill about it. At the same time, people in Portugal are very chill in general, so I think it's part of their culture, and I think we should learn something from it. I mean, myself.
I just thought of a new sport.
Yeah.
It's called seagull hunting.
Yeah, that sounds like a bloody sport and probably illegal.
You take your drone, because we've just established that the drone can chop up, if it can chop up fingers, I think it can chop up seagulls. And you see a seagull and you go after it. And like we get a bunch of people with a bunch of drones and we all gang up on a seagull.
I'm not saying I love seagulls, but I'm against doing any kind of damage to the seagulls. And
Let's
also,
at least like
I think the drone is
follow
too
it
expensive.
around. Yeah.
No, I think the seagull will ultimately win.
Yeah, that's why we need to get a few drones, maybe even a few military ones. Maybe they'll lend us some from Ukraine.
Maybe not. So I discovered that a lot of spiritual people have been around this rock based on the many equilibrium columns that they've built. Eddie's a big fan of spirituality and balanced people and feng shui and all that. So yeah, I wonder why people do this.
Because they're idiots.
No, I think it's the alternative way of praying.
I think it's because they're idiots. Pretty sure.
There must be a reason, better reason for it.
People are morons.
Has something to do with their belief, I think. But I also believe that some of them do not really know what it means.
It's just like, let's stack up some rocks together. Oh, that would be fun.
It's like a fun activity. Well, when you have a land full of rocks, what else can you do than just play with rocks? So
They could just throw it at each other.
that would mean to start a fight. This is about peace and equilibrium and finding...
I'd enjoy watching that more than I enjoy looking at a bunch of rocks stacked up together.
Stacked up rocks. Is there a course where they teach you how to stack up rocks? Like you first have to scout the proper rocks because they need to be a proper size.
One that really represents your chakras.
And then you have, some of them have like 5 stacked up rocks and some have 10 or 2 or I don't know. Interesting. Why do they do that? Why? This is the closest we can get to the ocean. This is the furthest point of the peninsula. At this point the lighthouse is right behind us, and I cannot believe how lucky we are with the weather. Is usually it should be super windy on land strips like this, but today it's super calm. It's almost not windy at all, just a bit of wind, but it's really nice. The ocean is super calm. You can see the seagulls and all other birds around. There are some specific birds to this area. It's super nice and serene and beautiful and stunning. So, and you can see some smaller boats right there. I can see 2 fishermen boats, but I also saw some smaller yachts, people, and right in the distance I think there's like a huge boat that it's a cargo ship or something. Yeah, and there in the distance it's Africa. Basically you could take a ferry.
I think it's America.
No, right there it's Africa. You could take a ferry and reach Africa in like 4 hours. Not a sailor or anything, I do not know, but if I were to guess, I would say 4 hours. Maybe less, maybe more. You know, there are some ferries you can take from here to Morocco. Not from like exact this spot, but some place along the coastline, maybe from Faro, which is a bigger city. I know for sure there are from Spain, some ferries that go to Africa. And you can even cross the ocean with your car, so they're like bigger ferries.
Amphibious vehicles.
No. It's like if you would like to do like a road trip from Europe and go to Morocco, you could, because there are ferries to take you across the. I don't know even if it's still ocean here. Yeah, it's still ocean because from Gibraltar it's a Mediterranean Sea. So, yeah.
Would they take the ferry? Would the Portuguese take the ferry to Brazil
No,
back in the old days?
no, the Portuguese, which used to be like the best sailors in the world, they basically discovered the entire
Coffee.
globe, and they draw the map, discover all the pieces of land out there. No, they were just pretty good sailors, like really good. They did not need ferries. They were I think they were the one that inspired other countries and cultures and people to build the ferries, right?
There you go.
So thank you, Portuguese people. Now, I have a question and I want to film it because I have a feeling the answer is going to be really interesting. So, Edward, what do you say, or how would you feel about becoming a lighthouse keeper?
After I watched the movie with Willem Dafoe, or half of the movie because I fell asleep, I was on a plane, I wouldn't advise it. You go crazy and nothing makes sense, and you're in black and white, and all of a sudden the guy from Twilight shows up, and I think at one point he's naked, so no.
This is not a review of the Lighthouse, the movie. This is a question about you becoming the person that's in charge of the lighthouse. But beware, you know what's the main job that you have to perform, like you have to do,
Turn
accomplish?
on the light.
Turn on the light. It's very important.
But
The
I
rest,
think you have to do it at a certain time,
yes,
and you're kind of responsible
Night.
for the ships. Yeah.
when the lights goes down.
I tend to be sleeping at that hour. So no, it doesn't sound like a great deal, to be honest.
No.
It depends. It would really depend on the pay, but
Let's say the pay is good. It's really good, and they
Really
also
good.
provide a good Wi-Fi connection, so
Yeah.
you can play
gym
all
membership maybe.
your yes, yeah.
That I'd consider.
Football manager.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, I could just sit all day and get my ass kicked in Football Manager.
But don't forget about the
Make a
light.
fool of myself. Once in a while, turn on the light. To be honest, it sounds a lot like my current job.
Yeah, really? What's your current job?
Come on.
Football manager? I heard that they kicked you out.
Yeah,
So
I got fired.
you got fired in football manager. I'm not even sure how that's possible, but it is living it. So are you gonna restart from an older save, or are you gonna start new? Like
No,
find a
it's-
new team?
I'm gonna find a new team. I think I've been
Ambitious.
done wrong, and you know,
Any particular
since I'm jobless, just anything.
anything?
Not too picky.
Nice to be good. Okay, good. I wonder what this structure is. Wild guesses only.
Something that tiny aliens could land on.
Aliens was my first thought too. So, if you're here at this Sagres fortification, do not miss the visitor center, which gives you a pretty good explanation on the history of the Portuguese navigators. Good. I like them. You're just a hater.